Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Infinity Paradox, and once again we are playing more Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. Last episode we defeated the Necrons and acquired ourselves a Skitarii Ranger Alpha level 1. I would go into the command screen to show you, but every time I seem to go in there, one tech priest seems to just decide he wants to get the center of attention, so... I think I have to go into his character and then go out back to the combat log. Nope. Doesn't work, but you guys see him in the game. Today we will be going to complete another mission to get enhancements to our maximum CP, and I also want to grab our Sicarian Rust Stalker level 1. Some fairly basic Necron enemies. We got that's gonna be another problem. I think it's gonna be flesh ones are fine. We've dealt with most of these. He was a problem. I think we took one before at least. So. Normal stat, 1, 2, 3. Also, he has this physical immunity shield to give him a little bit more durability. And then we'll take 1 Servitor, 1 Ranger, and 1 Vanguard. I realize I said that, putting in 2 very separate characters. I'm going to also change up our commands, as we do have some new ones we can try using instead. So that's a good one we could probably use. I also think this one might be a good one to use because it nullifies that next 2 attacks will ignore all armor. That's also another good one. Just ignoring all armor would be handy. Or making the machines. It doesn't specify how long it lasts. Okay, I'll take the and I'll try that one and see what it's like. It doesn't specify how long we have it for, so my hope being that it's an indefinite deal and we just have it throughout the match. If not, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, let's go. I love this game. I can't believe I've said this not enough, I think. But yeah, I love this game. The whole Warhammer itself is one of my favorite things ever. But the tech priests, just the mechanics in general, I love them. Their designs, the gothic monk aesthetic with all these machine parts in them is so cool to me. It's that monk steampunk aesthetic I think it is that I just love. And I love all their troop designs, like a Skitarii, like the Skitarii Vanguard, which we'll see probably in this, and the Ranger, and are probably one of the coolest designs I've seen for Warhammer, like character designs like. And the tech priests, some of them are good designs, and I love how they can change so wildly, also depending on which Forged world they're from. Like the Forged world concept is also awesome in my opinion. More Blackstone. I can always do more Blackstone. Like, there are people who do lots of videos on YouTube that discusses this a lot better than me, but like, just in this game alone, like looking at the robes all the tech priests are wearing, it's interesting to see that they have such a wide variety of them, because I think they have like a tech priest from every major Forge world in this mission, or on this adventure. Like, they got one from Metallica, they've got one from Stygies 8, they got a few from Mars, they've got another one from another Forge world that I'm trying to remember the name of off the top of my head. It's so strange seeing a wide variety of the Forge worlds being represented. Like, I love Stygies 8 because it's one of my favorite Forge worlds. The designs are cool to me, and Alright, that sounds good. And I love the kind of like aesthetic they have with the whole willing to use Xenos tech to improve themselves. I know that rune does give me more Blackstone. Which I find hilarious. They're on a mission to a Necron tomb world where you would really think that the Imperium wouldn't want them to be there because they would be a liability for the Imperium to have them taking part in this kind of op. But I also find it really cool that the enemy that we're facing in this game is the Necrons, like the most technologically advanced Xenos race. And yet we've got Mars. Ooh, that would be the first time we met these guys. Sweet. Oh, he's got a heavy gun. He's got a heavy one of his. Is this a disintegrator? I feel like he's gonna be a bit of a pain in the arse to take out. Also, a thing that I also love about this game is the way they've done the voices for the tech priests. Like, for the tech priests' voices they gave them, because the tech priests that we have, like, not including these guys, like the ones that always have like speaking lines. The thing that always was interesting to me about them is the fact that he can hit me from that far away. Apparently, no, is that the I'm trying to think the word there. Is that the tech priest has? They always speak like a really mechanical voice. None of them really have what you could consider like English. It's always like this very robotic, mechanical voice, like almost like it's inhuman, which is what the tech priests are supposed to be. They're they're really like they've traded their humanity away. And I love since that's the idea they're going for. The tech priests have a like more robotic way of speaking, but it's so cool compared to say like the main Necron that we see as like the antagonist for this game. As like his voice, he has like a very human or like a voice that sounds a lot like a normal person's voice. But he is, for all intents and purposes, he's a Xenos, which means that he is instantly like automatically an enemy of not just the Imperium, but like us. But he sounds the most normal, which just makes me like really interested because like they give the most normal human sounding character to a character that we should not be sympathizing with. Like we should not sympathize for the Necron, at least not the guy who could feasibly kill all our characters off. But like I love how, since it's the case of like the Necrons are these kind of inhuman monsters to not just the wider Imperium, but they're also so interesting to the Mechanicus that they would actively send exploratory fleets out to a tomb world, knowing full well that that is heavily dangerous and that this could possibly lead to like the entire tech priest unit being wiped out. It could lead to the possible techno heresy that might come from them acquiring Xenos tech while out doing this exploratory mission. And the whole idea that where are you? Oh, probably not. The whole idea that these guys are just effectively just deciding to go off to this tomb world where, like, if they wake up a tomb world, they might accidentally just screw over the entire, like, period or just this entire sector of space. Because the thing with Necrons and their tomb world is that they have such an ability to eliminate anyone or just the wider Imperium or even just this sector of space so easily because they're immortal machines. They have this power. And yet, we never really see them worry about that or discuss this. They're just like, what happens, happens. And I'm like, this could possibly lead to the entire distinction of humanity in this sector of space, and you're just fine with it. Because they're the AdMech. They don't care about civilians or all humans are expendable to the AdMech. Flesh is weakness to the AdMech. So, of course, they wouldn't give a toss for what could possibly happen to. That one was a wider spread. He has damage immunity, I believe, so hitting him would probably be not my best interest. Well, the physical attack at least. But this could go so horribly wrong thanks to just the way that Warhammer deals with things like the Necrons. They are releasing the Necron Warriors. This is bad for me. That means there's more bodies in the field. I still only have a single CP, so I can't expend the CP to acquire any more additional allies, which is not good. You know what? He might have a damage immunity to this, but now when it comes to his turn, he'll get hit no matter what. I need to get rid of him first before. I need to get rid of him though, because if he's able to activate the reanimation protocol before I have a chance to wipe him out and getting the CP point, I will just legitimately lose. I don't think I could do that and catch you all in this. And then just move some right in front of you. I'm about to say, you might have a energy shield and vulnerability, but you don't have anything when it comes to physical shielding. The same as I do. I do not, so I now tank critical hits when it comes to that. 2 damage. You know how to move. Blast me. Is that another panel I could probably scan? I could probably scan it, but I have a feeling I might accidentally wake up more Necrons doing so.